Welcome to our winter sports edition of Indian Sports Weekly. I'm your host, AJ Ganger. With me, girls basketball coach Greg Justice. Greg, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So you guys got a huge win, right, to end the year 2021, going into 2022 against Fairborn on the road, a first win of the season. What do you think that's going to do to motivate these girls through 2022?
Well, I think that's going to be a huge confidence builder. We've had to overcome a lot of adversity, and we've got some young players, so this is definitely a rebuilding type season for us. Just overcoming injuries. One of our best players is out for the year, Aubrey Shrub. That's a huge blow to us because she's such an impactful defender and a great rebounder. But that win was huge. We trailed the whole game, did not take the lead until the last 3 minutes in the fourth quarter, and hit our free throws down the stretch. And I think that's really going to help the girls moving forward.
What kind of messaging were you telling those girls in that last 3 minutes to try, take that lead? What were you trying to get them to do?
Well, we definitely made some defensive adjustments at halftime, and in the second half I think we held them to something like 3 of 24 shooting. So defensively we stepped it up and just needed to take good shots and take care of the basketball.
Now I know we've had our struggles, but we'll leave those behind in 2021 and we'll move forward to 2022. You guys play Troy this week, and then you play Butler here at home on Saturday. What are those two games going to look like for you guys?
Both of those teams are very talented. Troy right now has won some huge games, beating Sydney by 1 point, beating Butler by 1 here recently. They got their best player back. She was injured for a while. But usually at least we can typically play pretty well against Troy. I think we step up in that game for some reason. So I expect that to be a battle, and we'll just give it our best. And then Saturday against Butler, they're coming here. We always seem to compete well with them, so just hope to continue doing that.
Now, it seems like both our basketball teams here in the month of January, whoever did the scheduling really didn't like us because both boys and girls play a lot of road games here in January. What is that like, being on the road a lot as opposed to playing here in your own gym?
In my experience, I don't think it's made it all that much of a difference since I've been here. The girls work extremely hard, and we always get ready for each game, so I think we'll be prepared.
A lot of times I realize sitting back in the control room, you're probably the loudest person in the gym. I know you're a pretty intense guy. But we'll talk a little bit about what are you guys working on to kind of fix some of the problems that we've had in the past?
Okay. Well, we do have some first-year players. We got a lot of inexperienced players. Got a couple players that haven't played in 2 years. A player coming off of an ACL injury from last year. So, and we didn't have as much of a preseason or a off-season program. A lot of the girls play multiple sports. So this first half of the year is kind of like our opportunity to come together as a team and figure out who we are and put some pieces of the puzzle together. So I'm hoping that that's going to help us in the second half of the season now that we've grown a little bit more as a team. The big thing is taking care of the basketball, and that I think the experience of being out there, the speed of a varsity game is a lot different than in JV, and we've got 4 freshmen stepping up to play varsity minutes. So it's a big change for them, and it's going to take some getting used to.
Now I've noticed we've been playing 2 quarters of a JV game before we play our varsity game. We just don't have a lot of people to really field a JV team, but that does have some good experience for them, don't you think?
Yes, we definitely are lucky that we're able to get those 2 quarters in because we do have 6 or 7 underclassmen that need that experience. So that's going to be big for us moving forward.
Now, Coach, we're going to bring in Reagan Toopes and Kenzi Anderson here in a few minutes after we're done with your segment. Talk a little bit about what those two mean to the program. I know they're three-sport athletes. They've played basketball all 4 years in high school, and I'm sure since they were little. Yeah. But what does their senior leadership mean to this team?
Oh, it is so important. Those two young ladies have just given their all to this program and to their volleyball program, softball, golf. They're just two exceptional young ladies, and the girls look up to them, and they're great kids to have on a team.
Well, Coach, we thank you for taking the time to talk to us here on the Indian Nation station. We wish you luck, and we'll look forward to seeing some more of our games on the station this year.
All right, thank you very much.
We're going to come back with Reagan and Kenzi here in just a minute. Joining me now are seniors, a couple seniors on our girls basketball team. We got Kenzi Anderson and Reagan Toopes. Guys, thank you for taking time out of practice to join me on this program. First of all, we'll talk to Reagan a little bit here. Reagan, you guys have had some struggles, but we're leaving those behind in 2021. What are you looking forward to here in 2022?
I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some more wins, just building together as a team, and to keep fighting.
What about you, Kenzi? What are you looking forward to here in 2022?
I'm looking forward to building bonds with our teammates and just building a family more than anything.
You guys did get your first win to close out 2021 against Fairborn. What was that like?
It was awesome because we lost one of our teammates, so then afterwards we FaceTimed her and it was cool.
What about you?
Just like Kenzi said, I think having Elise get hurt throughout the game kind of gave us some more motivation, so it was really cool experience to win.
Fellow senior gets hurt and you guys end up winning one for her, right? Guys, you are three-sport athletes and you guys do a lot outside of sports as well. How do you find time to do homework or spend time with your family? How do you guys do it all?
A lot of times you have to sacrifice, give up some things to find some time to do homework and stuff like that, but I mean, it's all worth it just to play the game.
What about you, Kenzi? How do you find time to do everything?
The weekends.
So all your homework you get on Monday, you end up doing on the weekends, right?
No, I do my homework during the week. Everything else is on the weekends.
Guys, we have two games coming up this week with Troy and Butler. Obviously, Troy being a huge rivalry game. What are you guys looking forward to in this next week as you play those two teams?
It's a fight. Just get together and fight.
Yeah, like Kenzi said, they're going to be some tough games, but we never fail to keep fighting through, so yeah.
So you guys are, again, we'll go back to the three-sport athlete thing, but college is coming up. It's really soon now as we turn the corner into January, almost to May. Any plans? You guys have anything that you want to announce or talk about, or maybe what you're thinking about doing in college?
I'm planning on attending Wright State Lake, and I will be studying general business.
You gonna play any sports or anything there? No? Reagan, what about you?
I plan to go to Ohio State and study biochemistry, but
and lose to Michigan every year, right?
No.
All right, so guys, what is the one moment, the one game that you are looking forward to for the remainder of the season? We'll start with you, Reagan.
Oh gosh, probably like the Stebbins and the Fairborn again. Looking forward to those games. They're always usually scrappy.
What about you, Kenzi? Which game are you looking forward to the most?
Probably Xenia.
Why Xenia?
I don't like Xenia.
Why don't you like Xenia?
Because the players are really rude.
Oh, man. Kenzi Anderson, not a fan of rude people. Well, thank you, ladies, for taking the time during practice. We'll let you get back at it. Thank you for watching the Indian Sports Weekly first episode here in the Winter Sports featuring the girls basketball team. Come out, check them out at Garbry Gymnasium. They play on Saturday afternoon right here in Garbry against the Butler Aviators. For Reagan and Kenzi, I'm your host, AJ Ganger, saying good night.